Hey guys, I'm back with very basic and easy North Indian gravy of paneer butter masala as again requested by many of you. So let me show you the simple steps on how to prepare this classic version of butter masala at home. So without further ado, let's get on to the recipe. To prepare this creamy restaurant style paneer butter masala or makhani gravy at home, here I've got this paneer pieces which is around 200 grams and I've cut this into medium size pieces. And now we are going to soak this in warm water. So here I've taken a bowl of warm water. To this I'm going to add just half a teaspoon of salt and mix it a bit. And now I'm going to add these paneer pieces into this warm water. This will help in absorbing the flavor of salt. So this way the paneer won't be bland inside, it will be slightly salty, and this way the paneer will remain very soft even after reheating after 2 to 3 times. So normally when we put the paneer in the fridge, like the gravy in the fridge, and again reheat it in the microwave or over the gas flame, it tends to become hard and rubbery, but this way a paneer will remain soft for a longer time. So let it remain soaked. Meanwhile we can start preparing our gravy. Next up, in a pan I am going to take 2 tablespoons of oil, and to this I am also adding 1 tablespoon of butter because we are preparing paneer butter masala. To this I am going to add some whole spices. So once it is melted, I am going to add in 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds or zeera, and once the zeera is fried well for about 10 to 15 seconds, next goes in 4 to 5 cloves, a piece of cinnamon or dalchini, 2 to 3 green cardamom or hari elaichi. Next goes in 2 to 3 Kashmiri dried red chilies for that perfect color in that gravy. And we are going to fry these for about 15 to 20 seconds. And next I am going to add in 8 to 10 cloves of garlic, followed by a piece of ginger. And cook everything for about a minute so that the ginger garlic gets that nice flavor of butter in it. Next I am going to add 2 onions which are roughly chopped like this. We don't want any shape, you can cut it anyway. As it is, we are going to puree it. So here I have taken 2 medium sized onions which I have cut like this. And we are going to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes or until they turn slightly soft. So after 4 minutes you can see the color of the onions. They are slightly golden brown in color. We want this color only. Do not turn it very dark, else the color of the gravy will change. So that's the perfect color. It's slightly golden brown and soft. So at this stage we'll add in the tomatoes. So here I'm adding 4 tomatoes again which I've roughly chopped, and cook that as well. I've got a lot of comments from people that they get confused, like while preparing the makhani gravy, how much onions and tomatoes should we use. So I follow one method, that is 1:2. So if you are using 2 onions, you have to put 4 tomatoes and like so. So how much ever onions you are using, you have to double the quantity of tomatoes. So that's the perfect ratio. Now to the tomatoes I am going to add some salt so that they cook faster, and then toss it for about 2 to 3 minutes. After that I am adding about 15 to 20 cashews. This will help in giving nice, rich and smooth and silky texture to the gravy. But if you don't want to use the cashews, you can also use some melon seeds. That's also a good option in case of cashews. And if you want, you can use half cashews and half melon seeds also, it's up to you. But today I'm using completely these 15 to 20 cashews for that nice richness in the gravy. Cook that as well for a minute, and then to this I am going to add some water, say about 1 to 1.5 cups of water. Mix it a bit, let it come to a good boil, and then I'm going to cover it with a lid and cook it on low to medium flame for about 10 to 12 minutes or until everything is nice and soft. And if you want, you can follow the same procedure using pressure cooker. Just give it 4 to 5 whistles. So that way also your masala will cook faster. It's been 10 to 12 minutes. Let's remove the lid and check. You can see the masala is nice and soft. The tomatoes and the cashews, they have gone really soft and nice. Look at this, because we are going to puree this, so we want them to be completely soft. Now let it cool down a bit before transferring into the blender. So this masala is cooled now. I'm going to transfer this into the blender. So just transfer this masala into the blender. If your masala is too much, then you can just do this in 2 batches. So I'm also doing in 2 batches. and just puree it to get a smooth basic paste. So after blending this masala, I got this smooth basic paste. You can see this nice and smooth without any kind of lumps in it. So this is the basic gravy you can prepare at home for any other vegetable also, like for aloo matar, for gobi, for mushroom, or even for chicken. It works very well, and you can make this basic gravy and put it in the fridge. It stays good for almost 3 days. And one more tip, if you want, you can freeze this gravy also at this point of time. I mean, after straining this, you can freeze this gravy and it stays good for almost a month. But we are not going to use this gravy as it is. We are going to strain this. So for this, take a bowl with a strainer, and I'm going to transfer this onto the strainer and strain the entire mixture so that we get that smooth and silky base. This is very important so that you don't get that bits and pieces of the garam masala in your mouth. Likewise, do it for the second batch as well. Strain it nicely, and you can put the remaining water from the blender and use that for doing this. So I've strained it nicely. You can see this bits, the residue. We don't want this. And this is the smooth and silky gravy we got. It looks so luscious already. And now we are going to process this further. Next up, in a pan, I'm going to take a tablespoon of butter followed by a tablespoon of oil. Once it is heated, I'm using a bay leaf, and then keep the gas on lowest, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, that is dried Kashmiri red chili powder, and fry this for a while. This will help in giving that nice and beautiful vibrant color to the gravy. And before it starts to burn, I'm going to add the prepared gravy and cook that for about 4 to 5 minutes, or until the gravy turns slightly thicker, and leave some oil from the sides. I'm also adding a teaspoon of coriander powder and a pinch of turmeric powder here. Mix that as well and keep cooking this for about 5 to 6 more minutes. So after cooking for about 5 minutes, you can see the gravy has turned slightly darker because of the Kashmiri red chili powder. Now keep the gas on low again. And at this stage, we are going to add in some fresh cream. So here I'm adding about 4 to 5 tablespoons of fresh cream. Along with that, I'm using 1 teaspoon of sugar. This is optional. If you like your gravy to be a little spicy, not on sweeter side, then you can skip this. Or you can also add a tablespoon of honey to it. It's up to you. Mix that and let it cook for a while. And then after cooking for 2 to 3 more minutes, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of garam masala and a teaspoon of kasuri methi, that is roasted kasuri methi. I'm going to crush it with the help of my hands and mix that as well. Now cook this gravy for another 2 more minutes. So this basic smooth silky, you can see this thick consistency gravy. This is basic gravy is ready. Now at this stage, you can put in any vegetables you like. Let's check our paneer. You can see the paneer is nice and soft. It's so tender at this stage. Now we'll remove the paneer pieces and put it into the gravy. Toss it and then let it cook for about 1 to 2 minutes. So at this stage, you can cover it with the lid and let it cook for about 2 minutes so that the paneer absorbs all the flavors from the gravy and becomes nice, rich and smooth. So let's remove the lid and check. We don't have to cook the paneer for long. And at this stage, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of butter more. This is for extra richness and smoothness, so this is perfectly optional. If you want, you can add some butter at this stage. Otherwise, you can completely skip it. Mix that as well. And then switch off the flame after a minute. So you can see this smooth, rich and silky paneer butter masala gravy is ready. You can check the paneer, it's nicely coated with this rich consistency gravy. Look at this, and it has got good thick pouring consistency, just like the ones you get at the restaurants. Time to serve. I'm going to serve this. While serving only, you can make out it's so smooth and luscious. Serve it hot, and then you can enjoy this with some naan or jeera rice on the side. And after serving, you can garnish this with some cream and some fresh coriander on top. As simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed watching this very simple North Indian paneer ki gravy, and if yes, do like, share and subscribe to my channel for more such very easy recipes. I'll see you soon in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.